time. I've got to get that fly. He's still there. Got him. All right. Hi, welcome to our show, Karate and You. I'm your host, Master Art Beins. Before we begin today's program, I'd like to explain a little bit about our show. As you know, Karate and You wasn't designed specifically just to promote United States Black Cat Kempo, but to promote all styles of the martial arts, so we all unite in a common cause to help improve our country and help make it a happier, healthier, safer place in which to live. Today's show I'd like to dedicate to a Mrs. Julie Vick-Ellistrom, who's one of our fans. I heard she watches our show all the time. If you're watching, Julie, hello out there. Say hello, Eduardo.
Hello.
And also, I hope you're getting better out there, and if watching this show can put a smile on your face, I'm happy to do it for you. So without any further ado, turn on your VCRs, and we'll be right back. Hi, welcome back to Karate and You. Today's show we're going to be covering some kicking techniques, real nice kicking techniques for that matter, things that once you learn how to master them, you can work them on just about anybody. Matter of fact, some of these kicks I learned as a green belt going back many, many moons ago, and I got so proficient at them I could do them just about on anybody I encountered, including some of the higher black belts that I sparred. So I'm sure you're going to like these kicks, and you're going to find them very beneficial in your sparring arsenal. Before we begin, I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce to you my assistant on today's show, Sensei Edwardo Alvarado, who happens to be 16 years old. What a smile, I'll tell you. Boy, that smile's bright. He's ultra bright?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. He's 16 years old, and he's been with us for close to 12 years.
Yes, sir.
Whew, knee-high to a grasshopper. That was before you had hair on your chest and all that stuff, huh? And he's one of our instructors at the Academy, and he's a real good instructor, and he's an outstanding martial artist, and he's a good friend as well, so it gives me great pleasure. Last time you were on the show, as you said, 6 years ago?
Yes, sir.
Time flies when you're having fun, huh?
Yes, sir.
You guys get older, but I don't. I like that. I like that. So what we're going to do right now for you, we're going to cover a couple things on these kicks. First one we're going to work is a front thrust roundhouse kick. One of my favorite kicks of all time. And this kick is very deceiving. The whole concept of this kick basically is to set up we call it a little bait, like you go fishing. You go fishing, you have a hook and you put a little bait on, you want the fish to go after the bait, but the bait has to look good, or else he's not going to go for it. So this front kick we're going to do is a little bait. What we want to do is we want to get our opponent to drop his hands. When he drops his hands, we come up with a roundhouse kick to the head. We hook him and then we reel him in. So right now, let's get into a fighting stance. Now the first thing I want to do is I want to throw a front thrust kick, and I'm throwing it with my rear leg, my right leg here. And a front thrust kick is a nice front kick, nice and simple. Nothing to it. However, in order for me to make this bait look good, I mean, we got to have that night crawler on there wiggling around for this catfish over here. I got to make it look as though I really want to take his ribs out. So I have to really over-accentuate the kick. I have to become somewhat theatrical. Now, I'll show you how the kick is done in its entirety, and then we'll break it down, we'll dissect it, and then we'll go through it a couple of times. Now, you people at home, when you're watching the show, watch. Best way to learn is through observation. You take the time out later on, you want to practice these techniques, make sure you get the socks off your feet, you're not on the linoleum, you're in a designated area, there's no chance of you slipping down, hitting your head on a piece of furniture. Make sure you have plenty of room, and if you happen to be practicing with a partner, remember it's imperative that you be very, very careful. You respect one another, this way there's no chance of sustaining any injury. Now, let's hope I don't hit you in the head. From here, I'll show you the kick. I throw a front thrust, I recoil into a roundhouse. Notice my defense is up. I never drop my hands. I pivoted. My supporting leg, the heel of my foot is facing my adversary, and my knee is up. And just in case I miss him, he comes in again. I can hit him with a roundhouse. Side kick, hook kick, side kick, knee, groin. Boom, finish him off. All right, now, again from here, moving just a little closer. You blend in real well with that background. You must be ninjutsu. Oh, okay. Now, from here, I throw this front thrust, recoil, roundhouse. I do it again, and I'm doing it at a moderate speed. I'm not doing it real fast, because if I went too fast, you'd never be able to see it. Now, from here, it's a front thrust roundhouse. And up, hook him if I'd like. He drops, and I can finish him off. Back up. Okay, watch a banana peel, will you, Eduardo?
Yes, sir.
You're getting heavy, too. You almost squashed my big toe. Now, I throw this front thrust. The object is to make the man drop his hands. So I might get out here when I'm sparring, I'm moving around, and I might deliberately throw the kick out there so he blocks it. Oh, and I'm look a little frustrated. Son of a gun, I'm trying to get him with this front kick, and it's not working. And I throw it again. Oh, building his confidence. However, I'm not playing a game of checkers here. I'm playing a game of chess. So I'm setting him up for the big one. All right? So what I'm doing here is I'm making him go for some bait. He drops his hands. When he goes down to block, my roundhouse kick comes up, hit him in the head. Head pops up like a jack in the box and bounces all around, and I feel good because I scored a good point. Now watch this kick. From here, it's a front thrust roundhouse. Now I'm out here, I throw 2 kicks. Boom, moving around. Bang, oh, he's feeling good. He probably figures his third one's going to the same spot. All of a sudden, pow, let him have it. Finish him off. Front thrust roundhouse. Now some of the keys to this kick, number 1, is making sure the first kick looks threatening enough for him to drop his hands. If he doesn't drop his hands, there's a possibility you could score, but there's a remote possibility you might get banged up or get caught up into his hand. So I have to really get it in there for him to drop the hand. He drops his hand, I recoil my leg, I pivot on my supporting leg. When I pivot, I turn my heel all the way towards him. From here, I curl my toes back, I want to hit him with the ball of my foot, and I blast him, and then I come back. Blast him, and then back. My hands are here for defensive purposes. Again, I'm not real in a hurry to drop my leg, just in case I have to kick him again. And then I come back to my original position. Now, we're going to throw a couple of these front thrust roundhouse. Eduardo, you're going to do it.
Sir.
I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's jump you on this side over here, because you're a righty, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
So people can see. Plus, that's a good profile for you. Yeah, I'll tell you, you could be a movie star. Call you Rudy Vasilino. All right, here we go now. Front thrust roundhouse kick. And I'm going to turn this way. Just throw your front thrust out there. Go ahead. Boy, I got to block it. If I don't block it, the ultimate result is the foot goes in, and he's going to skewer me like a shish kebab. The foot's going to go right out through my back, and I'm going to have a problem. You know, wind come along, and I'll be whistling. Here we go now. Front thrust. Drop my hand, recoil, pivots, roundhouse. Boom, right up to the head. Now, the whole thing about this is the momentum of your body. You don't have to be tremendously flexible to throw this technique. It's all has to do with momentum. I mean, you know, I'm 41 years old. I just can't jump down to a split position. However, when I throw my roundhouse kick, it looks like I have this tremendous amount of flexibility. I mean, I'm probably more flexible, I would assume, than an average guy. All right, but I'm certainly not that flexible. Now watch me for 1 second here. You get an idea what I'm talking about. From here, it's momentum. In, pivot, and then I'm going to go upstairs to the roof from here and up. My knee's up high. The key, getting the knee up. You know, let me back off a little bit. Knee up high and out. And you want to try to maintain this position a lot because this will give you some stability, strengthen up your leg muscles. Also, you people out there, if you got that, you know, that Levi no-butt jean look, you know, where your pants hang down here and you got a crack. When you learn these kicks, you develop the best gluteus maximus you're ever going to get. Flexible. I mean, these things are strong and firm, and you develop that flexibility, keeps your jeans up without using a belt. Okay, obviously you know how to throw this kick. All right, now watch me again. I throw my kick out there, he blocks it. I recoil, I pivot on my supporting leg. This knee must be up. Bang, up into the face. Pow! Let him have, my hands are right here, just in case I got to come in, finish him off, or my leg's right back here. I can get a shot down low. When I drop my foot, I'm slipped here. Watch what happens. Abracadabra. He goes down, I go up. You okay? Back up. All right. Let me take care of this. I do that to everybody on the show. You know why? Because I'm trying to learn how to be a pickpocket. Slip right in there. Well, I can't believe you got hair on your chest. Gray hair, too. You're trying to take my job. Now, front thrust roundhouse, Eduardo. Throw the front thrust into roundhouse. Go. Oh, man. I tasted the cheese between your toes. Not so close, will you? Yes. I got to finish the show off. Here we go again. Hip. Ooh, that is nice. Now, I want you to try and pick your knee up a little higher. Because there's the front kick's here and that round kick's here. If you just let that momentum go, crank the leg up, that leg will shoot up like a scud missile. Yes, sir. All right, here we go. Ooh, that's beautiful. That was very nice. And I'm sure you people at home can hear that the pant leg, the gi uniforms, like flipping through the ground, a snap of the gi. Boy, that tells you that he's doing his execution right on the money. Hip! Ooh, good. Get it up a little bit more. Threaten me. Threaten me. You don't threaten me, I'm not going for it. Hip! Nice. Now, notice the hand positioning, because when we're kicking, it's imperative that you understand, we're just not, concentrating on the legs. We want to be conscious of our hand positioning as well, because if he throws his kick and his hands are all over the place, go ahead. His hands are, boom, man, I'm going to tap him in the nose. All right? Again, watch the hand positioning, watch the position of his body, and up. Again, whip that second one up there, come on. Ooh, nice. One more time. Very good. Now notice he keeps his leg up on that second kick, and this will keep me from going in. A lot of times you get out there and you're moving around, you're sparring, you kick, you might miss. You keep that knee up there. He comes in again, I can tag it. He comes in again, I can tag it. He comes in again, I can tag it. He comes in again, right in the group. Get back over here. Come on, hop. There we go. Finish him off. All right, now, that's our front thrust roundhouse kick. One of my favorite kicks of all time so far. Now, we're going to do a front thrust. We're going to explain to you how it works. When you throw the front thrust, he wants to pick his knee up, throw the kick into my midsection. Just simulate that with a nice ball of the foot. Beautiful, back down. Again, hip. Beautiful. Hip. Fantastic. Hip. Awesome. Hip. Ooh, that is nice. That is nice. Now, he throws the front thrust. From here, he recoils. The key to this kick is twofold. The pivot of the supporting leg. That's going to be Edwardo's left foot right here. He's going to pivot so far that his heel comes all the way around here and faces me. Then he picks his knee up. Can you do that for me, sir? Hip.
Yes, sir.
There it is. That heel is actually facing me. Look, he's got his knee cranked up in the air. He's ready to go. And then the whipping action of his hip is going to throw that roundhouse kick right up into my head. Front thrust roundhouse, go, sir. Ooh, boy. There's the key right there. That pivot. That pivot. Let's do a little twist here. Come on, baby. Come on, come on. Now, come on, let's go. Hey, yo. All right, you got to learn how to twist in order to do martial arts correctly, because that's why God gave us balls on our feet. To pivot. Can't figure out any other reason why. For pivoting. So from here, we want to pivot and we dig in with our toes, and that gives us stability. Also, every action there's a reaction. And the reason I want to touch bases on that is, let's say he throws his front kick, comes back into a roundhouse. Hold, let me have your leg for a second. All right, give me a hop over here. Alley-oop. Good. Now, every action there's a reaction. Edwardo's leg's coming out. There's going to be impact going in here, but there's also going to be concussion going back into his leg. So that means if his foot is not in this position, get it sideways, sir. No, sideways the other way. If he didn't pivot and he was sideways, weight gets pushed back. This impact or concussion goes through, a shock goes through his body, he's going to fall over. So when his heel is facing me, his toes are supporting him and keeping him from going that way. So it's important that you understand that. That's real important. Plus, by pivoting on the ball of his foot, he's torquing his hip, throwing his hip. The whole concept of the martial arts is not to use a lot of muscle power. All right? It's to use the dynamics of the body by incorporating your body weight, torque, body weight, which increases your power through proper execution of technique, through utilization of body mechanics and the physics that we have. What we want to do is this. I weigh 200 pounds. Edwardo probably weighs about 160. Am I close?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm much heavier than him. In order for him to match the weight with me, what he's got to do is learn how to incorporate his body weight. One way to do this is to work those hips, get those hips into it. Our hip area, quadriceps, abdomen, gluteus maximus, lower lumbar, hamstrings. This is the strongest muscle group in our body. Those of you that work out in the gym, you go over to some of those hack machines, the leg machines, the squat machines, that's where all that tremendous amount of weight is at. Because this muscle group can handle it. Now, if we can incorporate these muscles into our martial arts technique, think of the power that we can develop here. Not only by muscle, but by torque, by speed. When you take weight, speed, velocity, the end result is when you hit, power. And that's what we want to do. So by pivoting on the ball of that foot, that helps him rotate that hip around for that roundhouse kick, so when he hits me, my head goes back like a Pez dispenser. Move up a little bit. All right? Front thrust roundhouse again, if you would. Hip. Very nice. Now, this kick works good from a blind side or an open side. And what I mean by that is, I'm standing here watching Edwardo. I'm squared off with him. I am facing his open side. That means we're both facing the same way. Blind side would be me facing the, no, stay where you are. Me facing the opposite side of Edwardo. So he's kicking towards my blind side, or my back. This is open, kicking towards the open side. This is my back, kicking towards the blind side. So this technique will work on either way. However, it's real nice when you work it on the blind side because it slides right up the shoulder. There's no obstructions there. There's nothing that's going to get into my path. So when I execute this kick, I throw my front thrust roundhouse, I slide right up there. I'm in here, bang, I'm right up on top of him. And I'm telling you, it's effortless. It's effortless, and it's nice. Ooh, bang, 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 bang. Feels so good. And this is almost like, move up a little bit. It's like music. You have to relax when you're training. There's these little cords that run from your brain to various parts of your body, like piano wire. And that's what makes your body move around. And you have to find these little cords, these little piano wires, touch the right ones to execute the technique in such a fashion that it makes music within you. And that's when you know that you're doing your technique correctly. That's when you appreciate the magic of the martial arts. All right, now, next thing we're going to do is we're going to throw a front thrust roundhouse from the front leg. Now, if I'm here and I'm working my right leg, I'm working the front leg front thrust roundhouse. All I have to do here basically is just pick up and simulate a kick. Simulate a kick. If I can just look at the people at home here, when I pick my knee up, you get the illusion that there's something in my pants here. There's a bug crawling up my leg. No, okay, all right. You get the illusion that I'm going to kick you with my front leg. Now, I pick my leg up here. You think I'm going to kick you. You think I'm going to kick you, so chances are you're going to block. All I do is pivot around, and I throw this roundhouse up to your face. Bang, and it's out there. So from here, I'm in position. I'm working my front leg. I pick my knee up. I don't have to actually kick him, but I'm going to let him think I'm going to kick him. I want to be so theatrical. I want to over-accentuate what I'm doing. So again, he's the fish. What kind of fish you want to be, by the way? Catfish?
Bluefish.
Bluefish. Okay. How about a blowfish? All right, now, from here, we want to kick him, and the bluefish is going for it. He goes for it. From here, I recoil. I pivot from here, bang, right up into the face. So I'm out here moving around. My knee just comes up, and it's up there. Knee up, and it's up. I'm moving around from here, bang. Knee, drops, foot up, boom, up into the face. So it's a front thrust roundhouse with the front leg. Once you get good at this technique, working your back leg or your front leg, and you practice it hundreds of times, you develop one perfect technique. You have one in your arsenal. Now it's time to start working on two. To be a good fighter, a point fighter, all you need is about 5 good techniques. Be able to throw them front or back leg, front or back hand, and hopefully from either left or right. That's a little difficult to do. That takes a lot of skill. All right. However, you have to practice them. Some techniques I work better with my left than I do with my right, and some I work better with my right than my left. But you have to get out there when you're sparring, you're practicing in the dojo. Don't be afraid to throw technique. You're out there to learn. All right. You go to the dojo to learn, and you practice at home. So there's no threat there. You're not in any competition. The object is to get out there, practice, experiment, be like a scientist. You got all the formulas here because you were taught them. You were shown them by your instructor. In theory, they work. The only way you know is by application. So you have to get out there and you have to try the technique. If the technique feels a little awkward at first, you feel a little gawky, keep practicing, keep practicing, keep practicing. First time you jumped out on the dance floor, I know you weren't moving around like Michael Jackson. It took you a little while. You started feeling the music a little bit. Your friends encouraged you. People were checking you out. You're looking good over there. All of a sudden, you're feeling good. You got confidence. Same thing applies with your martial arts, except you don't hear any music out here. The music you hear is in here. All right, let's switch you around. And let's do that front round kick with the front leg. Again, remember, he has to make me go for the bait. Let's see, what do I want to be? I want to be like a marlin or something. Sailfish, something beautiful, powerful. What'd you say you wanted to be? A bluefish?
Yes, sir.
Jesus, those things stink too. You catch them, you cook them, man, they stink, them bluefish. I want to be a marlin or something. Or a barracuda.
Swordfish.
Swordfish is good.
Yes.
Okay. Be a bowfish. You get the bow. Okay. Anyhow, all right. Front thrust roundhouse with the front leg. Give it a shot. Go. Hip. Oh, that's nice. Don't even try to really extend. It's just from this little pivot here, Eduardo, dropping your knee and your hip going forward, your leg will get pushed right up there. It gets pushed right up there. You're right in here and you just feel it. You just know. Remember that chord hits, you hear that music, bang, it's right up in his face. All right, here we go. Hip. Oh, yeah. Now relax the leg. Relax the leg. Hip. Oh, I love it. Now I want you to move around a little bit. Dun, 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 dun. Back over there. All right, move around a little bit. Now you're going to throw that thing over. He's going to throw it right over my blind side. Be careful not to hit me.
Yes, sir.
One thing I hate is getting hit, unless I'm in a fight, and I like it. Okay? Here we go now. Get it right up in there. Hip. Whoosh. Good. More emphasis on that front kick.
Yes,
make me go for it. Make me drop my hand. Go ahead. Ooh, there it is. And bring that round kick right here. All right? I don't want to have to search for it with my left eye, because you ain't going to score a point out here. You got to get as close as you can. That's which brings me to another point, incidentally. You get into a martial arts class, this is not martial arts, hitting and banging and all that other stuff. You can learn that on a street corner. When you can throw technique at someone, full force, 90 miles an hour, and stop. Bang, with a dime. Pow, without hitting them. That's a good technician. Anybody can get out there and bang each other. Now, we're training in a martial arts studio in our system. We do allow body contact. Because you want to be able to absorb impact, and you want to learn how to absorb impact. So you develop a false sense of confidence. However, the face, no, not necessary to learn how to absorb impact there. Would you agree? Okay, so we lay off, but we come relatively close. All right, let's try that again. Front thrust roundhouse. Go. Ooh, that's nice. Again, go. Ooh, now do it stationary. You're right there. You mind your own business. All of a sudden, go. Bang! It's right up in there. That's about all the time we have. We'll be right back after this match of the week. Thank you. Let's go. Yep. This week's match of the week. Scott Cam, right-hand side of the screen, is 11 years old, with Blue Belt Academy, and he's fighting Gabriel Marino, who's 11 years old, 12 years old, green belt at the Academy. That's hand techniques by Gabe. Nice spinning rear kick by Gabe. Nice butterfly kick by Gabe. Good right hand. Gabe, 12 years old. Scott Cam, 11 years old. Scott, our blue belt. Gabe, our green belt. Nice back fist by Scott. Side kick. Another back fist by Scott. Good hand techniques. Nice right hand by Scott. Right on the button of Gabriel. Nice right hand round kick. Good right hand. Good counter punch by Gabe. Nice combination of legs there by Gabe. 40 seconds left.
Center, quick.
Nice back fist, good counter kick with that side kick by Gabe. Butterfly attempt, followed up with a back fist, right on the button. 5 seconds left, good back fist by Scott. Nice round kick by Gabe. Nice fight. You do 2-minute rounds, ladies and gentlemen. Nice work. Guys are coming along, don't you think?
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll be right back after this message.
Achievement.
Eduardo, it's been a pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you, sir.
Anybody you want to say hello to?
Yes, I'd like to say hello to my mom, my dad, and also to all my friends at Howell High School.
Okay.
Hello.
Don't forget your students. Never forget your students.
Yes, sir. And also to all the students and all the instructors at the karate school.
Good guy, Edmund. Good guy. Okay, this is Master Art Beins, Sensei Edwardo Alvarado. Thank you for inviting us into your home. Remember that the biggest obstacle in life is yourself. Overcome it, you will achieve the greatest accomplishment of all. This can only be achieved, however, through a balanced education of knowledge of the mind, honesty in the heart, and
strength in the body.
Hit it. Strength in the body. Okay, Julia, hope you enjoyed the show. Get well soon. Take care. God bless. We'll see you all next week. Thank you very much. Okay, let's get back to the fighting technique. Let me see that front thrust roundhouse kick. Go. Ooh, that's nice. Again. Ooh. Beautiful. Again. Good. Try getting that thing right up underneath there a little bit. When you're in here, get it right up in there. Stand up there so you can move around. Ooh, beautiful. One more time. Nice. Last one. One more switch. We want the front thrust right after the front kick. Again, slip it right up over my shoulder into the head. Ooh, nice. Keep the hands up. Beautiful. One more time. Good. One more to the line. Beautiful. Very good. Now, make sure those hands are in nice and tight when you do that technique. And get that knee up right up underneath you and try and get it.